Hello, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the session. Right, in last class, we have been talking about auto scaling groups, right? Let us go to that AWS console. Okay, I have no instances running at all, but we have AMI. AMI is there, and these two snapshots are related to my AMI and auto scaling group. Right, there is no charge for having an auto scaling group, but what auto scaling group does, it creates new instances. That is the disadvantage. So if auto scaling group is free of cost, but you have to pay for the instances. Auto scaling group keeps instances always running. It ensures that at least one instance will be in the running state always. So I deleted my auto scaling group yesterday. Today we will use launch templates. I have launch configuration which we created yesterday. This one is there, but let's use launch template today. And it's very much like launch configuration. Name, template, description, all these things. Let's say this is name, and select this if you intend to use this template for EC2 auto scaling. As I said, this templates can be used for different things. These templates can have multiple versions, and you can use these templates to create EC2 instances through programs, through CLIs, and also with auto scaling groups. So let us go back. See, launch templates, what it does, it automates instant launches. Simply you have to provide permission. So without you need not launch instance, as I said, maybe through programmatically or through CLI, instances can be launched. And how, when you are launching an instance automatically, obviously you have to specify uh, or configure for that very first time about the details, what should be the instance type and other configuration of the instance, and this is the template used. Whereas configuration, launch configuration is only for your auto scaling. Okay, and yes, we want. Just give me a minute, guys. Yes, we are using this for auto scaling groups. See here the difference in a launch configuration, it's not asking you the tags because using tags you can apply policies. Using tags you can create these instances also. So here it's also asking to add tag, provide the tag. Source template. So if you want to like create, so we don't have any source template, right? So if you want to copy from any other template, so you can use another template name here, but we are going to use AMI. And let's choose our AMI, this one. Yes, instance type t2.micro. Login page, let's go with this. Yes, we are using VPC. We have another network. We have one more thing called as EC2 fleet, which is the one EC2 which we are discussing is regional specific, right? And we have a distributed EC2, which is we call EC2 fleet. We will talk about that later. For now, we are going to use VPC and subnet. Security group. Let us use this Linux security group. Let's use this. See, volume 1, 2, network interface and other things. It's very much similar to your launch configuration, except you can also add tags. Okay, sorry. Say the auto launch. And then AMI is required. somewhere. So let us use this Amazon Linux 2 AMI only. And network setting VPC. And create launch template. Why this zoom in again? It's not fitting to the window. Let's restore. Okay, here it is. My launch template ID. Let's use this for auto scaling. Let's go for auto scaling groups. Create auto scaling group, and this time we will use different policies. We already discussed one policy, target tracking policy, and there what we have done, we have given a condition. That condition is sorry for the disturbance. Yeah, here we have provided condition, right? Today we will use different policies. So let's create auto scaling group first. Say and launch template. This one. Next. So let's go here. And here the options are also different when we are using launch template. So combine purchase options and instance types. So on demand capacity. Let's say on demand capacity. So let's say 1. So on demand percentage value base. So this is about your pricing model. You can see on demand spot, right? And if your auto scaling group is creating instances, how many of them you want in on demand instances? So here for sure one instance we want as on demand instance, and the total instances 70% has to be on demand and 30% has to be spot. And this is a new add again while you are using launch template. And spot allocation, it's capacity optimized anywhere. We don't have any spot, so let us keep this only. And instance types, t2.micro we already given that, but let's t2.micro one more time. Wait, What is this weight even? Okay, number of units. Even I'm number of units, right? Let's say 1. So additional instance types, let us keep this like this only, network and subnets. Subnets, let us go for 1B. This one, and also I'm adding all of these. Next. So let us take this. Next. Okay. We will go with no load balancer, and this step is same as is we have done yesterday also, right? If you want to use load balancer, you can, and you can have your auto scaling group without load balancer also. And health check grace period, let us reduce it to 60 seconds, and we don't want CloudWatch now. Next. Desired capacity, let's keep it as 1, minimum 1, desired 2, and maximum as 4. Scaling policies. So let us not go with any scaling policy. Next. I'm also not adding notification. We already know how to do it, right? So let us skip it. Create auto scaling group. And our desired capacity is 2, and we should we will be seeing those instances. See, 2 instances are getting created. And here everything is good. We have created minimum capacity, maximum capacity, everything, but no policy. In last class, there is option, we have chosen a target tracking policy. And this is a new version of auto scaling group where you can choose policy, target tracking policy, while you're creating auto scale group itself. But when the older version of auto scaling group don't have any policy while you're creating it. So after launching your instance, you have to assign a policy to it. And there are 2 other policies, simple scaling policy and step scaling policy. Simple scaling policy is oldest of all. Then they have introduced step scaling policy and then target tracking policy. What does they mean? Simple scaling policy will look into the condition, and accordingly auto scaling group will take the action. It's simple process. So step scaling policy also does the same, but in steps, as the name is itself is there. It's like a step process. So let us talk about them. First, we will create simple scaling policy. So let us go here. See, automatic scaling is there. No policies, no dynamic scaling policies, no predictive scaling policies also. So let us create one dynamic scaling policy. Policy type, see, step and simple are there. Let us say simple. Simple scaling policy. For this, we need CloudWatch alarm also. Let's give a name to this policy. This is simple scale demo. No alarms as of now. Let's create one. So here, this is CloudWatch, and here you can monitor all the services that you have on AWS up and running, or that are there, which you have provisioned on AWS. You can monitor using CloudWatch. And here there is alarm also, and through these alarms, you can set any condition. Say for example, CPU utilization meets 60%, then this alarm will become okay. If there is any insufficient data, then it will be in this insufficient data. If you have everything correct, provided provisioned everything to your alarm, it will be in okay status. And if that condition becomes true, it will be in alarm. Let's select metric, and here we have all these metrics. So let us go to EC2. ELB, DynamoDB, EFS, all these things are there. EC2. And you can go through auto scaling group or per instance metrics. So let us go with per instance metrics now. Per instance metric means you are specifying the metric. So here you cannot specify average. I don't have names for my instances, that's why no name is specified. But you look into the ID. I have two instances. This is instance ID, and also this is different instance ID. If I go to my management console, these two instances are there, right? So let's say instance 1, instance 2, names. And let us refresh this CloudWatch. Okay, select metric and EC2 per instance metric. See, my instance 1 related things, CPU utilization, and same set of things we'll have for instance 2. Network packets in, network packets out, CPU utilization, and so on. So based on per instance metrics, you can set alarm. Suppose you want set alarm for instance 1, set it. For also instance 2, you can do it. If you want to take average, so here when you do this, then you are setting alarm for each instance, but not the average of all of them. So let's go with auto scaling group. Right, and CPU utilization. Select metric. And here it takes average. Average of what? Average of all the instances running. So if you want to watch per instance metrics, you have to go to EC2. If you want to take average of all the instances, you have to choose auto scaling group here. And then time period is 5 minutes. You can reduce it to 1 minute, but 5 minutes is a default one. If you reduce the time, there will be additional charge. But anyway, when you're using for less amount of time. If you have your alarm, um, if you don't delete it, then it might get charged. Otherwise, no. If you use 5 minutes, you can leave it also, no problem. If you are choosing 1 minute, 30 or 10 seconds window, it's not in free charge, free trial. By default, cloud monitoring is there for every service and it's free if the window is in 5 minutes. So let's use 30 seconds for now. So it has to be greater than 60 seconds. So let's say 1 minute. Static. Let's say when CPU utilization is greater than threshold. Threshold value, let's say 50% only. Then what it has to do? Raise the alarm. And here you can configure actions. You can add auto scaling action, all these things. Let's say add auto scaling actions. But let's remove it. No need to take any actions from your alarm. We are using this alarm with our policy. Our policy checks whether status is okay, insufficient, or in alarm. When this alarm comes into this status, then our policy adds new instances. Clear? So we don't want to configure any action from alarm. Yes, you can configure action through your alarm, but here we want our policy to take action but not alarm. And by specifying this metric, when this condition is met, what is condition? Let us go back once again. Average CPU value has to be 50%. When this condition meets, this alarm status will be in alarm. That's it. And we are attaching this alarm with your other policy. Our policy checks the status of alarm, accordingly it will act. So let us not take any action here, because we want our policy to take action. So let us skip this. Next, alarm name. Let us say this is scale up alarm. When CPU utilization is greater than 50%, it has to add instances. So that's why I'm calling it a scale up alarm. Next, that's it. Create alarm. So insufficient data is there. Why? Because we have not configured any action. That's okay. Ignore it. But when metric is there, when CPU utilization is greater than 50%, alarm status will be in alarm. So you can ignore this, even this if it is insufficient data. So let's go back to our auto scaling group. So create dynamic scaling policy. Target tracking, we already know how it works. It tracks one target. The target can be CPU utilization, network packets coming in, or network going out, network traffic going out, ELB, per instance request count. All these things we already discussed. Now let us go for simple scaling policy. So policy name, this is simple scaling demo policy. And then CloudWatch alarm, scale up alarm, what it says, when alarm threshold, that is CPU utilization, is greater than 50%, and it checks for every 1 minute. Then auto scaling a group, it 360 auto launch. That means in this auto scaling group, it monitors the entire VPC and it takes average. If you want per instance metrics, you can use EC2 metrics. Take action, add let's say one capacity at a time. That means if average capacity is greater than 50%, it will add one. And again, for every 1 minute, it will take average and check whether it's greater than 50% or not. Accordingly, it will take action. So let's say capacity units only. Create. This is simple scaling policy. And I'll go to instances. So this scaling up policy, we cannot see now, but a scale down policy, we can test that because we have already 2 instances running. If I go to my instance 1 or auto scaling group right here, auto scaling group, and monitoring is there. Let's go to instances. Instance 1, monitoring. See, CPU utilization is only 0.421%. If condition meets, if it is greater than 50%, then only your auto scaling policy will add more instances. And we can induce some network traffic. We will do that. First, we will see step scaling policy. We will use step scaling policy to scale down. So let's go here. We can add one more policy. Step scaling. So no alarm for this. So let's create CloudWatch alarm. Select metric. Here we don't have auto scaling. Yeah, first we have to go to EC2, and then by auto scaling group, you can also go for per instance metrics too. Then auto scaling. So it's showing 2 scaling groups, but we have only one auto scaling, right? $360 SG is my auto scaling group. Okay, select metric. So you can see the metrics, the percentage average utilization of the CPUs is only 0.319%. Let us change window to 1 minute. So anomaly detection means if you want to figure out any suspicious action, how action that is happening within your auto scaling group, and it's not happening regularly. Suppose huge network is coming into the instances than normal, something like that. If anything like is there, you can use anomaly detection. See, anomaly detection, it uses band. Band means especially this anomaly detection is for tracking DDoS attacks. So in DDoS attacks, what happens? Hacker will induce lot of traffic to make your server down. So that's why you can use any band. Band is not only about traffic, CPU utilization, anything. What is normal band or normal range? Band is nothing but the range. If it is outside of the band or lower than the band, then your alarm will get raised. Let us go for static now. And here we want to scale down. If our CPUs are getting underutilized, then we have to remove the instance. So lower than 30%. So if CPU utilization, obviously it's lower than 30% now. If CPU utilization is lower than equal to 30% of the average CPU utilization, then this alarm status will become in alarm, and our policy, what it has to do, it has to remove, scale down. So let us call this as scale down alarm now. And here we don't want to take any action, so remove, no action, because we are using this for policy, not to take action. So alarm name, scale down alarm. Next, create alarm. And here also in scale up alarm, I have chosen wrong auto scaling group. 360 auto launch is not there, I have deleted it. Let us edit it. Okay, let's say add metrics EC2. We don't want this. Okay, we have chosen this. Select metric and update alarm. Okay, you can see insufficient data, but that's fine. Now one has been in alarm. What is it? Scale down. We know that CPU utilization is less than 30% already. We are not using those servers, and their CPU utilization is only 0.3%. So it's in alarm. So let's go here and add policy. Automatic scaling, create dynamic scaling policy. And this time we will go for step scaling, a policy name. This is scale down policy. And also alarm name is scale down. And we want to remove one. Capacity when it's getting underutilized, right? Create. So 30% we have given less than equal to, right? Let's say create. So here you can add steps. That is the difference between simple scaling policy and um, uh, the step scaling policy. I can add more steps. That means more policies. Suppose I can use the same policy for scale up also. So I can add steps here. Suppose let us say 1. Here we don't have another alarm, so you can add stepwise. And this option we don't have in simple scaling policy. Okay, let us create. And remove one capacity when let's check in alarm. So it has to be less than equal to 30. CloudWatch alarms. And come to auto scaling group. So this is scale up alarm, this is scale down. Alarm has to be scaled down here. Okay. So take action, remove one capacity when this happens. Let us edit this. Let's say remove one capacity units when let's say 10 CPU utilization meets 10% or so here we already set this percentage of the group. Okay, update. And let's see now what it has to do. It has to scale down automatically, terminate my instance. Take an action when percentage of the group, uh, when CPU utilization is greater than equal to this. Why we have said, because I already know that servers are using 0.3 utilization only. That's why on purpose I have given this much low value. And what it has to do, it is adding capacity. Let's say instances. See, one instance got terminated when I changed this. And also to check this scale up alarm, you have to induce traffic to your instance. Right now I have only one instance, and to check the scale up policy, your instance has to meet 50% of the CPU utilization. When you induce more traffic, your CPU utilization will get increased. There is a tool called as stress. You can use that stress. And also there is another tool, I'll let you know, related to REST APIs. You can send lot of APIs to your EC2 instance, and there is a stress tool for Linux instances to test the network performance, etc. People will use this tool called stress. We can use that stress utility, Linux EC2. We have to install this. After installing, so first we have to install this sudo yum install stress-y. If it doesn't work, you have to install this on your EC2 instance. Then you can induce stress on your instance. Let us connect for that first. Only one instance is there. And any doubts, guys, as of now? Clear? Simple scaling policy and step scaling policy. Okay. Let's connect to this instance. Connect. And let's install this yum install stress-y. So stress is all already available. So let us use stress command now, and see, you can check uh, generate CPU and memory load. So this is the command, and you can see what it does. It induces stress and it generates load. So you can go through this. And this is for different different one, the different Linux, I guess. So let's say sudo stress up to this. Copy. We don't need to copy all these things. So let us copy this. No, we cannot paste like this. Stress. CPU. Let's say 30. Command not found. Linux commands. So you can find this in AWS documentation itself. Let us look into AWS documentation. Go to instances, auto scaling. So let's go. You can go through the user guide. Getting started. Security, all these things are there, but how scaling plans works. So predictive scaling is new addition, I would say. So previously predictive scaling is not there. Predictive scaling is very recent one. When last time when I used AWS couple of months back with auto scaling, predictive scaling is not there. There is only dynamic scaling. So predictive scaling is very recent addition. Okay, you can go through this if you want any extra information about the scaling, but we are checking about the stress installation and stress commands. Scaling your group, dynamic scaling. Step scaling, simple scaling, we know already all these things. Say let's try. I don't remember the exact command. I think stress. You have to say CPU. Let's say 70 something. Uptime. Command not found. $70 up. Okay. I don't remember the exact command, guys. No problem. In tomorrow's class, so we will try to induce stress, which causes more CPU utilization, and also we have a tool from browser. You can send traffic, so which is a REST tool. From the browser, you can induce lot of traffic using that REST uh, tool, which is a browser extension. We will also check that. We will do both from command and also using that tool. So let us do that tomorrow. And regarding these policies, target tracking, simple step, Any doubts? Clear? Okay. Okay, then see you tomorrow and bye bye. Have a good day.